I am 1/3 of your Nomad Gamers. So it is Tuesday once again. We have started another week. My God, these weeks are starting to fly by, but it's okay. So let's get all the socials out of the way, and then we'll talk about my unusual messed up day. And we'll go into some what we did for gaming this week. And then just some other tits and tats and things like that. So if you are watching us, let's go in order down here. We're going to start with Twitch today, and we're going to work our way down to Facebook. So with that being said, since it is Talking Tuesday, we are live on Twitch, www.twitch.com. That's where you can find all of Godfather's gameplay. You can find Talking Tuesday live, and you can find Thirsty Thursday live. If you go up to their search bar, or you go up to their little search magnifying glass, type in Godfather09, hit the follow. You will have me every single time that I go live or I stream a game. Thank you for the ones who have supported me and the ones who are already following. I really do appreciate it. Now, if you are watching us over on YouTube, welcome to the Nomad Gamers channel. You have found us. Where every Tuesday and every Thursday, you have Godfather Solo, and every Wednesday and every Sunday, you've got the other two knuckleheads with me back, well, I'm fucking this up. Back there, where we talk about all kinds of different games. Somewhere right over here, you're going to see a subscribe button. Somewhere over here, you're going to see a heart button. Somewhere over here, you're going to see a thumbs up button. Smash all three. Smash all three for me. That way, every time that your Nomad Gamers brings you new content on YouTube, you are going to see it. Now, if you're over on Facebook, you guys rock! We're still in the triple digits. We're still climbing. We are getting new followers every single day. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your love and all of your support. It means a lot. If you are not a follower of Godfather on Facebook, somewhere right over here, you're going to see a like button. Smash that like button. Turn on your notifications. That way, every time Godfather is either gaming or every time that I am coming at you with Talking Tuesday or Thirsty Thursday, you're being notified. Woo! We got all that done. That is a mouthful. I am really attempting to clean up my on-air talking, where I'm going to try and I'm going to try and cut down on the uhs. I'm going to try and cut down on messing with my face, and I'm going to try and stay on topic. For me, that is very, very, very hard. So we will see what happens with that. I don't see anybody on right now. That's okay. You guys are probably going to be catching this recorded. All of my algorithms for all three are looking great. The YouTube channel for the Nomad Gamers is looking amazing. Twitch is starting to come around. You're a little slow, but you're coming. You're moving out. You're moving in the correct direction. And then Facebook, I'm looking at the numbers there, and I couldn't be more pleased with it. So today started off like any other day. Went to work. Got to work. Was bored at work. Left work. And that's where the fun began. I took my car up to the dealership to get a simple oil change. Simple oil change at 3:15 Central Time. At 4:30 Central Time. And by the way, I got to the dealership at, I think it was 2:45, 2:50. I got to the dealership and had the car in there. These guys tried to upsell me on a transmission flush or whatever the hell it is, saying that at a certain mileage, which my car is at, that I needed this done. And like I told the dealership, the one dealership, I bought my car from a dealer who has multiple dealerships within the 4 cities that I live in. And he turned around or not he, the dealership turned around and said, you need it at 45,000 miles. Well, I did not have my car at 45,000 miles. So I told them that, and this other dealership pretty much told me it was either my responsibility or the owner before mine responsibility. And if the owner before me didn't do it, then it fell on me to do it. I'm going to tell you now that really irritated me. That pissed me off. So I went from the one dealership with the same name over to the other dealership with the same name. And come to find out, I didn't need it. It was a big hubbub over nothing. So then I hurried up and I got home. Had to change my shirt because I was still in my work clothes. Had to change. I had to catch up on the daily events that was going on around the house. And then come out here to the Shire and get everything set up for Talking Tuesday. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's been a pain in the ass since the word go. I get out to the Shire, get my chair set up, get my computer set up, look up at the TV, because I got this really big TV. You might see my eyes focused up, and that's because sometimes I look up just to see what's going on with everything. But the TV, for whatever reason, got set on the wrong setting, and it took me a couple of minutes that I did not have to get that put into place. Then I had to do my mic check. Then once I got my mic check done and I got the TV going, then I was able to hit go live. And here we are. You're going to see me looking at my phone a lot only because I've got a couple things at work going on that I need to pay attention to. But that's all good. It is what it is. So what games did we play this weekend, Nomad Nation? What games were you out there playing? I know if you live in an area like I'm living in, the temperature finally rose above 55 and we were able to get outside. Right now, there is no heat on in the shop. Zero. I'm out here in a short sleeve shirt. It is currently, gotta wait for it to come up. It's currently 59 degrees outside, and it feels amazing. So if you were like me, you were getting outside and you were getting some of that sunshine and you were doing whatever hobby it is that you have outside of gaming. And that's cool. If you're in an area like me, as soon as that sun went down, it got freezing. I got a funny story before we get into games. So it must have been, I think it was Sunday. Sweet Kitty Pie and I went out on the bike with a bunch of my brothers. We went out on the bike and we get out, I don't know, 20 miles, maybe 25 miles south of town. And we are at a local bar and grill, who, by the way, has amazing food. So we ate, had some drinks. We go outside, and the sun's going down, and I'll be damned if you cannot feel the heat evaporating as fast as that sun was going down. So we jump back on the bikes. We want to get back in town where we only have to do 25, 30 at best. Sweet Kitty Pie has on a sweatshirt, but forgot to put on a coat. She is behind me with her hands. Oh, sorry about that. With her hands in the small of my back, and she is pasted onto my back, trying to stay out of the wind, because it went from, I'd say 70 or 65 or 70 down into the 40s within a matter of maybe a half hour. And then on top of that, you add on that I was going about 65, 70 on the bike. It made for a very chilly ride to get back. So if you were out enjoying the beautiful weather this weekend and you didn't get any gaming in, I will give you a pass, because I'm going to tell you right now, I got very little gaming in, and it normally happens on the very first good weekend of the spring. And that's where we're at. We're at spring. The clocks moved forward by an hour. We sprung forward. And next November, we'll fall back one. But that's okay, too. So, while I was at the house, we were playing some Minecraft. While I didn't stream any, because I tell you guys the honest to God truth, I'm on a roller coaster right now. Some days I feel good. Some days I don't. But we were playing Minecraft. And the one subway that you guys saw is 100% done. We've got the track laid. We've got glass laid. We've got the lava down. Everything's good. We're at the jump base. From the jump base back to one of our original bases, the subway has been carved out. We put the walls and the ceiling on. We have now placed the floor. And when I walked out here for Talking Tuesday, Sweet Kitty Pie was going to get lava buckets and start laying down the lava. Then we'll put down the glass, and then we'll put down rail. So while I will not be on tonight streaming any gameplay, I will be streaming tomorrow. Tonight I have to record the midweek episode for Nomad Gamers, where we're going to be talking all about gamer news. I'm sure Fireball and Chungus has some very good news coming out of the gaming industry. While all that was going on and I was playing Minecraft, I got into a new game. It's a hunter game that is on the Xbox. And I learned something this weekend about gaming that took me to today to learn. I don't know why it took me so long to learn, but it did. Xbox has some very realistic shit when it comes to their games. And I'm not talking graphics. So I found, I used to play these fishing games all the time. And they were pretty cool for, I believe it was the PS2 or PS3. They were pretty cool. Get lunkers and, you do your thing. But then I haven't found one that really tripped my trigger since then. But I found a train game on Xbox. And then I found this Hunter Wild or Hunt Wild, where you walk out and you have to take into account the underbrush making noise. You have to track whatever game that you are hunting. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not that experienced into it. I was tracking bear, I was tracking rabbit, deer, moose, all that good stuff. But the part that really stood out to me was two things. One, how lifelike it was. When I shot either a deer or a bear, I never did get around a moose, but when I shot one of those two, if I didn't have the right weapon, I had a rifle. If I didn't have the right weapon, I would wound them and they would run the hell off. And when I mean run the hell off, I mean these motherfuckers, they ran for miles. I ended up giving up on them. So then I went to a 12 gauge, and I learned at the very end, it was birdshot, and I still wasn't dropping these big games. So I'm going to do some more investigation and see if I can't get some buckshot in there. Not bird, but buck. And see if I can't start dropping these. The only other problem with this game is I'm not a big hunter. I'm not a big guy that goes outside or does fishing or hunting or any of this other stuff. The game is a little boring because all you're doing is tromping through the woods. That's it. Let me see, what else did I play? I did some UFC 5. Wow. I'm going to tell you what. That was the first. Yeah, I know. I'm going to use slugs. I got to figure out how to do it though, man. JJ just commented, said, use slugs. Yes, I know. However, the problem with that is I have to figure out how to change the ammo in it without firing the weapon. Because the one thing about this game, and the thing I like the most about it, it's really lifelike. If they were to do it in a VR, that would be amazing. But as I'm trying to find these different buttons to be able to do this, I end up firing the damn weapon and scaring off all the goddamn game within 1.5 miles, 2 miles of my location. And then it takes me 30 to 45 minutes to get to the other side of the ridge to be able to start tracking game again. And shut up. I know you're laughing, JJ. But, while it's realistic and while I wish it was on VR, if you're an avid hunter and you need that itch for in between the hunting seasons, that's the game for you. But let's get back to UFC 5. I liked that game. I played a lot of that game. I played it while I was sick, while I was real sick after my infusion. I played it while all my joints were hurting so bad at the end of last week that I became the champion of the light heavyweight division, which I get it for a game. They don't make it all so hard because they want to keep your interest in it. And then after about 2 hours of playing, I got this mega fight deal for championship to championship, light heavyweight to heavyweight. And if I would have lost that, he would have taken my belt with him. So I took the fight, and I ended up winning, I believe, in round 4. It's 3 or 4. He didn't take me to the end. I ended up knocking him out. Did I knock him out or TKO? Either way, it was either a technical knockout or a knockout. It was a pretty bloody fight. Here's the problem with UFC 5 that I'm finding. You end up fighting the same fighter over and over and over and over again. When you are the light heavyweight champion and you become the heavyweight champion, I took that fight because I thought at that point in time I would be taking on challengers from the light heavyweight division and the heavyweight division, and it did not work that way. What it did is it forced me to go to the heavyweight division and just fight those guys. The other thing that I found to be very disappointing with this game that other games have done is they only fight in one arena. Light heavyweight was in T-Mobile. Heavyweight was in some other, I don't even remember. It wasn't even an iconic venue. It was just a venue. So with that, I was very disappointed in it. The training was okay. The problem with that game is that if you're not 5 feet away from that game, if that, you cannot read the directions because they want you to do certain things and they tell you how to do it, but you can't read it unless you're sitting right up on the damn TV. And there is no setting to make the font any bigger. So that made me a little irritated with the game. There's really no cardio. You have the heavy bag. You've got your boxing partner. By the way, they can get hurt, which I thought was stupid. You have your Brazilian jiu-jitsu trainer. You got your kickboxing trainer. You've got your wrestling trainer. And every one of them, they focus on that discipline. I thought that part was pretty cool, but not so realistic because when you're in a UFC gym, and we have one around in our local area, and I have been in just to watch. No, I did not go in, and no, nobody punched me in this beautiful face of mine. But they work on everything. It's one coach for damn near everything. So that kind of irritated me. I kind of wanted to see like a treadmill or something a little bit more interactive. and I just didn't see it. It was more practicing the moves over and over and over and over again. You had to have practiced the same moves 500, 600, 700 times. Because as you progress every week, and you have 5 weeks in your training camp, so all 5 weeks, you have to do the same things over and over and over again. And you're either very minimally prepared, very prepared, or very underprepared. And it's almost like your shape. Are you in shape, out of shape, or just extremely in shape? And I don't remember how they worded it, but that was one of the ones that I just did not like about it, because it was just boring. It was just repetitive over and over and over and over again just to pick up skill points. So while I loved the blood, I loved the fighting of it, I loved everything about it, I did not like the whole repetitiveness. I did not like that you were not able to go from arena to arena. They could have done what Madden has done, what College 25 has done, what NHL, all of the NHLs have done it, where they kind of take a drone and they zoom into the venue, and they kind of go around the venue, and then they find like this little itty bitty hole or window or something, and they zoom in, and you're above the crowd, and you're above the rink or the baseball diamond or the football field or whatever the hell it is. You're above it. But no, all they do is it comes in, the lights go over the cage, they come out, and it's the same intro for every fighter with the same 3 top achievements. And it was just boring. It was, after a while, it was like, why the hell am I playing this game? So after I'd pretty much seen what I needed to see out of that game, I ixnayed it. The one game that is on the radar for this week, and I'm going to have a lot of time Thursday and Friday to talk about it, or not talk about it, but to play it, is NHL, I believe it's 24. I didn't see 25. I saw 24, though. Game Pass is amazing. But with the NHL one, I am going to play as a team, go through the season, or attempt to. That's a long season. Go through the season, see what it's about, see how the fight is. Go to be an owner, see how it is to be an owner, franchise mode. And then go to see how it is as a player being drafted. Because I believe you can still do all 3 in NHL. I want to see if they brought back the goal horns, if they brought back the traditional song or goal songs. The only one I can think of off the top of my head, and yes, I'm a fan, Chelsea Dagger for the Chicago Blackhawks. They had it in 15 or 16, and then they let it drop. And it pissed me off to no end when they did that. And then they weren't really changing the game any from year to year. They kind of got into that Madden rut where they couldn't. I don't want to say they couldn't. They wouldn't update anything going with it. So with that, that's what's on my agenda for the next 7 days. Oh, and then Minecraft. Minecraft is a work in progress. Myself and Sweet Kitty Pie, that's how we spend time together. That's how we stay out of trouble. Is by playing Minecraft. So because I have my treatment on Thursday, there will be no Thirsty Thursday this week. And that breaks my absolute heart. It really does. I love Thirsty Thursday. So what I thought about doing this week, and I told you guys 2 weeks ago that I would think about doing a Fantastic Friday. Fantastic Friday is on the table. It is on the books. It is an episode that I could pull the trigger on. I'm not pulling it this week. I learned my lesson last week. I wasn't feeling good I haven't felt good for 2 weeks since my last infusion. So therefore, I'm just going to lay low and recover from my infusion. So with that being said, let's take a real quick run around the block. Real quick. Let's see if there's any breaking news out there from any of our favorite developers, and we'll go from there. Hey, and just because I've seen this now, he was the very first one on my screen. How many of you out there have been watching Santiago's podcast? Santiago is a well-known actor who played Julio on The Walking Dead. He is currently working on Julio Returns. I don't know where it's going to be published at. If you want to know, go to his page. I'm sure it's plastered on there somewhere. He works on multiple films a year. He goes to multiple Comic-Cons a year. I'm hoping one of these years that Santiago comes to a Comic-Con somewhat close to me. If he were to get within 2 hours of me, I'm pulling the trigger. I'm going. But that podcast, man, I don't know how to describe it. He brings comedy, he brings motivation, he brings healing for he is just like me. He is a United States Army combat veteran who is suffering from post-traumatic stress. So this is part of his healing journey is to act and to do what he's doing here. The man is a wrestler. He is wrestling on an independent circuit down by Memphis, or around Memphis, Tennessee, somewhere in there. It's not the Memphis circuit that Lawler and Flair and a few others came from. It's not that one, but it is it's one just like it. Hang on a second. Computer, turn computer off.
Okay.
Aha, that's much better. I hope I wasn't blinding you guys. I just noticed that. But Santiago brings comedy. He has that damn dog 420 wrinkles. He has merchandise. He has all kinds of shit. And the man networks. The man knows how to network. You can belong to Hi-Ya Nation or Hi-Ya Mania or whatever he is promoting this week. You can belong to that and belong to the Nomad Gamers. He does his between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. every single day, except for when he's on the road doing stuff for his production. I just can't say enough about this man. I can't say enough about what he does, what he means to the community. I can't stress it enough how he takes on bullying head on. He will sit there and he'll help whoever he needs to help. And the dude's a good dude all around. I served with him in the 101st. Anything that Santiago needs, Santiago gets. So let's go over to Rockstar. Let's see what Rockstar is up to. I know we just did this for Thirsty Thursday last week. I have some time. I'm kind of going through shit a little bit quick, so I'm going to try and slow things down. Let's go to Rockstar and see what in the fuck they're up to. Notice how the no cussing thing kind of went out the window already. So, 8 hours ago. Man, we're getting some good news now. 8 hours ago, this looks like, and it is Red Dead Online. It says, don't get pinched this St. Patrick's Day in this free community-inspired Red Dead Online outfit pieced together by Wild Mitts. Claim all the pieces from the Wheeler, Ronson, and Company catalog and assemble it for yourself. Whew! Red Dead, you're falling into a trap that I don't like. Let's talk about this for a minute. Rockstar has fallen into it with Grand Theft Auto. They're falling into it now with Red Dead Online. Fallout 76 has fallen into it. Starfield's falling into it. It seems like all of these games are falling into this. We're going to bring you clothing. We're going to bring you all this non-important shit, but not bring you quest. not bring you a DLC, not bring you something to keep you engaged in the game. If I was 10 fucking years old and I cared about what my character was wearing, this would be awesome. This would be off the chains. I don't give a rat's behind if my character's running through the goddamn Old West and nothing but his BVDs. I wouldn't care. His cowboy hat, underwear, and boots. I wouldn't even care if he had underwear on. I'd still play. Same goes for Fallout. Same goes for Starfield. These games, I don't know what it's going to take for the developers to understand it. We don't care about the clothing. We don't care about a new skin for a weapon. We don't care about flying cars. We don't care that you're coming out with a goddamn Japanese car that God's father can't freaking pronounce to begin with, and nobody really gives a damn about. We don't want stuff that's 5 million GTA cash or 23 gold on goddamn Red Dead Online. We want new content. We want new missions. If you feel the same way I do about that, give me a yes in the comments. Let me know that I'm on the right track. Because I'll tell you right now, when I take this to Chungus or I take this to Fireball, they're always telling me, no, Godfather, you're wrong. So come on. I have 2 people watching right now. And for all of you that are going to be watching after this, give me your opinion. What would you rather have? New locations, new quest lines, or would you like new clothing, new skins for weapons, and some junk-ass piece of shit weapon or accessory to a weapon that you're never going to use again? This is the trap that they're falling into. If you can't come up with anything new for Red Dead Online, maybe Rockstar, it is time to kick the wheels and start RDR 3 in full production. Maybe now is the time to gracefully retire RDO 2 and move on to RDR 3. So JJ is commenting, and he's and I'll read this for you guys. I don't even, where the hell's my chat box at? Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it now. He says Rockstar is notorious for pissing people off. They're too busy milking GTA Online. You are 1,000 times correct. They are milking it. But guess what? We as gamers are allowing them off the hook. We're spending money on Grand Theft Auto Plus memberships. We're spending money on shark cards. We're spending our money on top of how much it costs to get the game. That's what people are failing to understand. That's what gamers are failing to understand. When they start coming out with clothing, they start coming out with bullshit cars, bullshit guns, all this stuff that's bullshit. It's time for new content. If the individual can't, and when I say individual, I mean whoever's writing these quests, whoever is putting these quests in, whoever's in charge of maintaining the online presence of that game. If they can't or they won't, then it's time to retire that game, kick the damn tires, light a fire under your ass, and get the next installment out. That's what pisses people off. GTA 5 was ready to be retired back in 1920. Everybody allowed the Deluxo, the flying car. Everybody allowed the flying bike that you could hardly pick up on radar. Everybody allowed this stuff because they had, at times, a competitive advantage against somebody else. Then Rockstar would come in. The one example I have off the top of my head is that stupid jet, the Harrier jet. It would come in, they would stop, they would hover, they would fuck you up. then they would turn the goddamn jets on and they'd be gone again before you could do anything. When you start losing your creative edge, it's time to move on to the next game. His next comment was, I want new scenery and quests. Most important, I want new storylines. You are 100% correct. If you've been watching Talking Tuesday for any amount of time, or Thirsty Thursday for any amount of time, you will see that I touch on Red Dead Online. I touch on Grand Theft Auto Online. And I touch a lot on Starfield. Starfield and Bethesda, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You've got all these planets out there that are not being used in the game right now. They're explorable. You can plant down one of your bases on it. I am not a smart man, and I do not have a degree in graphics design or making a video game. And I will always say I don't have a degree in that. However, as dumb as I am, even I know you can lead up a storyline with the Freestar Collective or the UC, where a group of them are, for a lack of a better term, pissed off at the government. So they board their vessels, they take off, they make their own faction in a part of the settled systems, and maybe even it becomes a civil war or a revolution or whatever you want to call it, and they're having a war in space, and you as the independent space traveler, you now have to negotiate around all of that as you're going through your quests. Grand Theft Auto could have done it. Red Dead Online could have done it. Fallout can do it. Starfield damn sure can. All of these games can do it if you're going to milk them for a decade. The problem is they don't do it for that. They start bringing out this bullshit of cosmetic crap. Oh. JJ, you got me going, man. You're probably over there laughing because you got me on my high horse, got me on my soapbox, and got me going. That's okay, though. All right, 4 days ago. I already reported on this. This is about the stupid Mackenzie field hanger, and they're trying to bring back the whole Trevor thing. So let's move on from Rockstar. Let's go and let's see what the world of Fallout is doing. One of these days, I'm going to get back to 76. One of these days, I'm getting back. I promise I am. 5 hours ago, 1 week until Ghoul Within, Calvin Ghoulridge is ready. What are you going to name your ghoul? This is because of that stupid TV show. That is why we are now being introduced to a ghoul in the game that you can't kill, that you can beat. Ghouls in Fallout are supposed to take a freaking bullet to the head, or a studded baseball bat, or bloody knuckles, or something. They're meant to die in Fallout, not become one. However, I have to give Bethesda credit. 76 is probably getting a little stale for the players. So when you can't bring out more quest lines, you can bring out a whole new character and let an individual experience the wasteland through a ghoul's eyes. I like it. I hate it that it's a ghoul. I personally wouldn't play as a ghoul. But, all right, I got it. Hats off to you there, Bethesda. That's some sneaky shit you just pulled off. 1 day ago, Vault 79, fittingly matching Gold's atomic number, was chosen to replace Fort Knox as America's bullion reserve. Despite Secret Service oversight, a 2072 scandal erupted when soldiers stationed there stole millions to gamble at the Ultra Lux Casino in Las Vegas. That's very interesting. They are tying 76 now into New Vegas. I like it. Again, I did not like this DLC. I did not like the fact that we went into a vault that was a gold reserve. I did not like the fact that the Secret Service, who in all intents and purposes should be a part of, oh god damn it, I just had them, the Enclave, and we're friendly with them. There was a lot about that DLC I did not like, but there was a lot about that DLC I did like. And the part that I did like was that there was something for me and my core group of gaming friends. There was something for us to band together and work towards. We now had another vault to go to. This one was set up as an instance. Amazing. It's just I didn't agree with the storyline. And guess what? They still got my money, so it doesn't matter if I agreed or if I disagreed. 4 days ago. That's all we got for Fallout. Ooh, I got something else. JJ says, what is your take on subscriptions for Fallout 76? Have you ever had one? If so, do you think they're worth the money? Yes, I have had this subscription for Fallout 76. It's called Fallout First. And it is worth the money because you get infinite storage at your campsite. You also get your own server. And when I say your own server, I don't mean it's not a server as in what it is for Minecraft, where it stays dedicated to you and to your build 24/7. This is a recycled server, but the advantage to it is that when I get on and I go to my own server, I can invite my friends to that server, and then we have full control over said server. Now, there has been times where I have taken over a server and went up to the ammo dump or the ammo factory. I call it ammo dump. It's an ammo factory. But I'd go up there and it's already powered. It already has shit. I don't have to build it. Which told me right there that somebody else had just got off that server and it didn't flip over. Do I think they are worth the money? I do. I really do. The storage capacity more than makes up for it. You get a certain amount of currency for their seasons just by being a Fallout First member. And where you don't have to do any bullshit or take any bullshit from anyone on a public server, more than makes up for it. So I hope that answered your question, but yes, if I were to ever get back into Fallout 76 as a full-time Fallout player, I would definitely get Fallout First again. It was definitely worth the money. Thank you for that question, by the way. That was an amazing question. Oh, okay. So Fallout, unless I have anything else coming across, we can always come back. Let's go over to Starfield. So let's talk about what I've been doing on Starfield. I have been literally putzing along on my third playthrough. Fourth, if you don't count all the things I've been doing while you guys have been watching me. I've just been putzing around. I've been redoing starships. I've been putzing around with my outposts. I've been leisurely doing quests or quest lines. Right now, I am hot to trot with the Freestar Rangers, doing that one because I want to get the Star Eagle. I told you guys when I did this playthrough, I would not buy any ship. I would just refurb the ships that are given to me: the Frontier, the Mantis, and the Star Eagle. And I've stayed to that philosophy. And I'll tell you now, it's been a lot of fun. That all depends, JJ. Do not buy that game for anything over 40. I'm going to tell you now. Don't buy it for anything over 40. It is a large game. I don't remember what the amount of storage is you need on it, but if you're playing on an Xbox, it's going to take up damn near all of your internal memory. If you're playing on a PS5, you might have one or two other games left over. If you're playing on PC, which I think that's where you're going to be playing at, I don't know. But I do know it's a big game. I believe Steam has a damn good deal for it right now. I'd advise you on two things. Don't buy it if it's over $40, number one. Number two, hold off on Fallout first until you make the decision that you are going to be a Fallout player, a dedicated Fallout player. Because it's like $12 a month. And for me, if I'm not playing something 24/7, which right now I don't, I can't see spending that kind of money every month on something I'm not using. If I was going to do that, JJ, I would go back to World of Warcraft because it's only $3 more a month, and that game is like the granddaddy of them all. However, I'm going to tell you now that all games at some point can consume everything that you're doing, and that's one reason why I do not play World of Warcraft, because it will literally it'll chew up every waking minute of my day, and I'm not about that anymore. But hey, at the end of the day, you do you, boo-boo. 8 hours ago from Starfield. Embrace cyberspace with the free virtual dream home creation by Downfall Nemesis. No dream home trait required. This looks like something for the PC for mods on the PC, which is great. Oh, hang on. Actually, I have given up on my PS5. I still have it. I have fallen in love with the PC gaming. I have been missing out on so much. You are correct. Here very soon, I'm going to be getting my PC. Actually, my laptop. I'm not having an actual PC. By the way, if you watch to the end, when I am done on air, everybody knows that I know JJ. He was on my show. JJ, text me. I want to talk to you about something. But either way, yeah, you have been missing out on a lot, man. PC's got it going on. And if you get the right setup, like a laptop, I will not do a desktop. I just won't do it. A laptop is the way to go because it's mobile, and I can use it for other things. Oh, we're at Starfield. But anyway, Starfield, they say they're coming out with more quest line, and they're going to be doing something within this year. They just haven't really given out much as far as information goes. I'm very interested to see what they do with it. I'm not going to hold my breath. So JJ, any other questions, buddy? I'd like to know who you are on Twitch. I am very, very curious. Is this Crest Rider? I know Crest Rider's doing something today and he can't be with us. But I'm wondering if that's Crest Rider watching me while he's doing whatever it is he's doing. Oh, good God. I hit the wrong button on my iPad. I'm sorry. Anyways, so that's where we're sitting at right now, guys. I'm going to be doing some playing of that NHL. I'm going to be doing some more Minecraft. Of course, tonight is Tuesday. So if you want early access to the episode tonight for Nomad Gamers, you don't want to wait until tomorrow. I get it. We are a freaking riot when all three of us are together. You need to go over to TikTok. Or you need to go to Instagram. And you need to look up Fireball123D. and be watching for it. It's going to be about 8 p.m. tonight when all three of us are out here. And it'll be about 8 p.m., it's not going to be much past 8. And we are going to be recording our episode for Wednesday. If you have not shared the Nomad Gamers Facebook, do me a favor. Go over there, give them a follow, and share them. If you haven't told your friends about Thirsty Thursday or Talking Tuesday or about the Nomad Gamers, tell them. Tell them. Have them come on. We are trying to build a community. And here soon, I'm going to start asking, are you ready to put the GNO tag on? You ready to do it? We're opening the ranks to anybody. If you want to throw the Nomad Gamers on your clan tag or on your crew tag or whatever the group tag is that game has, go for it. If we're already there and you need to be accepted to be able to throw it on, I want you to say this. God's Father told me to do it on Talking Tuesday. I'll instantly accept you. Fireball will do the same. Chungus will do the same. We'll do it. We're here to build a community. We're here to build up this gaming community. We're here to support each other. And we're here to help. Because the other part of gaming is not always as fun. The other part of gaming is some individuals cannot do this because they get addicted to it and it consumes their life. So we're here for that too. That's why I told you at the beginning of Talking Tuesday that if you were out enjoying the beautiful weather that we had, I was going to give you a pass for not playing any games this weekend. You got to live your life first. You got to go out and experience what's on the outside. You got to go get some of that wonderful sunlight. Feel the grass between your toes, the sand between your toes. Hell, go feel the mud between your toes. Anyone who lives on the Mississippi River, though, make sure that you have wet shoes on. Don't do it with your with your bare feet. Don't do it. Because God help it if you get cut. Oh, good Lord Almighty. I don't know if the doctors will be able to tell what kind of infection you have after that. But with that, we have went around the block real soon. Remember, there's no Thirsty Thursday this week. It breaks my heart, but there's not. Future expansions for me going solo. I am looking at possibly adding one more show. Either a Manic Monday or a Freaky Friday. One of the two. No, I'm joking. I don't know what I'd name it yet. It'd be one of the shows, or it'd be one of those days. I don't even know if I have enough content. We're starting to build up to where I might need to do it. Then the other part is I might leave that open and just leave that for game streams. So, with that being said, game true, game hard, always, and I mean always, game on. Where are you at this week? You move every goddamn week. Haha. You're right there. Yeah, you're right there. I see you. You're in the back. You're beautiful the way you are. Keep gaming. Don't let anybody say anything bad about you. If they're going to talk, let them talk. Fuck them. If you're playing a game and you run across a griefer who needs blown the fuck up, you blow that motherfucker up. Thank you so much for all your love and support and watching Talking Tuesday. With that being said, peace and love.